when you said that cricket is a cruel game,
Yes.
I agree to a certain extent because it is the performance on that day.
Definitely. More games you play, more silly shots you play, you get out, you go back and ponder what should I have done, and it's a learning process. And I'll say that you see that you don't repeat that again. And I found out that concentration, cricket is a concentration and mind games. If your concentration and mind is there, you will make it to the world stage. Young boys and girls an opportunity to get into the IPL circuit. Okay, so that's what academy is all about. We look at the skills and export the skills to go and play some games in Chennai. And everyone's keeping an eye on these boys and girls, and obviously some more coaches and selectors are watching. And you got to go and sell yourself. That's why I tell my young boy, okay, you got to go out there, play as much cricket, and show people that you're there. You field, catch, and bat and bowl. And people are looking at you, so you're selling yourself, and you got to promote yourself also. That opportunity, the young boys and girls are going to get it.
Voice aajKal, our medium, your message.
Good day, everyone. My name is Navneet Anand from Voice aajKal, our medium, your message. We just had T20 World Cup, and now the Indian team is coming to Australia, not too far to go. Got a chance to speak to one of my old friends, Anand. After venturing into education for a number of years, now he can be seen in the cricket side of it as well. Mr. Krupia, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Navneet. It's been a long journey.
Absolutely. The transition, not the transition, just addition of cricket under your umbrella. Tell me more about it.
I mean, I did a few releases. I said I'm very excited to be in this position, and sports is my hobby, is my passion, and I proudly say that I never played top level sports in my life due to various personal circumstances, and I got my young fellow playing top level cricket.
Wow!
And then I thought, okay, I should. I trained him, I nurtured him, so he's playing a respectable sports, and I had an opportunity to embark on sports management, I've been blessed to have an arrangement with Chennai Super King to run the academy in Sydney. Mm-hmm. That too, by the way, after 30 years of my education background, so education and training. So I'm trying to impart that skills in sports.
Training is still there.
Definitely.
Training is still there.
Definitely.
Talking about your young fellow, your son. Tell me more about him.
He is 21 and he's playing first grade in Hobart. He was in New South Wales, and somehow he wanted a change of scene and scenario and situation. And he has a cricket brain, and he was in Darwin for 2 years and trying to get used to that subcontinent weather and climate. And then he said, I want to spend some time in Hobart. It's totally different beast, I say, when it comes to pitches. And he's going back again, and he will be doing his third season there, hoping that to play top level competitive cricket. And I tell a lot of young boys and girls, and before heading into it, I was involved in one of the great club looking after the pathways and junior academy programs. I was there almost 8 years.
Wow!
And I kept on saying that cricket is a very cruel game, and you got to work hard. And if you're a hard worker, you keep on excel or thrive in what you do, you will make it to the world stage. Okay?
When you said that cricket is a cruel game, I agree to a certain extent because it is the performance on that day.
Definitely, you're right. And I wouldn't say that luck is, you play around your luck, and you need to have techniques. That's why you train. I come from the training background, so then there's a big difference between getting trained in the indoor nets and in the middle of the pitch. Okay, there's a big difference between synthetic pitches and turf pitches. That's what you learn eventually, and more games you play, more silly shots you play, you get out, you go back and ponder what should I have done, and it's a learning process. And I'll say that you see that you don't repeat that again. Okay, and more games you play at young age, you get good at it at later stage, and come out with a game plan and structure your game and get through it. Okay, so yes, each one is different, and they have to have some sort of a strategy to make it the next stage. And I always say 50 is 50, 100 is 100, and 5 wickets is a wicket. So 49 is 49. So the achievement comes here is trying to push that 50. He goes, I got so many half centuries, so many centuries. If you can do double centuries, fantastic. Those are the milestones. So and so that's what the young boys and girls have to learn. And I told him, and then sort of the bowlers you're facing, what sort of bowling stock you have, spinners, wrist spinners, and mystery spinners, and fast bowlers, and medium pace bowlers, some Yorks, some Browns. It is a fantastic sports, and you got to come out with all those things and prove that you're a worthy cricketer. So that's why I say it's cruel, and some slight element of luck also have to help the boys and girls to get through that stage. And I found out that concentration, cricket is a concentration and mind games. If your concentration and mind is there, you will make it to the world stage.
You said it so right. Mind game.
Yes.
Because a lot of players go and work on their techniques.
Yeah.
A lot of players go and work on their stamina. But at the same time, it is the mental level and psychology that they're going to play with.
But definitely. I mean, I have a training regime for my young fellow, and we on the app we look at it. You can sleep and wake up at 10 o'clock and go and hit few balls in the nets. Is that going to take you to next level is this question. And nowadays cricketers become so professional with the league games. With you look at all the countries have T20 league games, big bucks are there, and you have to perform. So what do? You got to we look at fitness, we look at the sports aspect of it. We also do the habitual, what sort of habit you have, the food, and what sort of fluids you take. It is all coming in. I've seen that a lot of young boys and girls say, "What happened? I'm injured. I got a hamstring." Okay, to be honest, I never heard about the word hamstring in my life. Okay, so that boils down to what sort of food and your fitness, your flexibility you have. Okay, stretching you do it, and to avoid all those things. Okay. Touch wood, I probably say that my young fellow is playing cricket at the age of 6, now he's 21, and only once he was not in the park, that's due to COVID isolation. Otherwise, he played every weekend.
Beautiful.
Okay, then I told him the day you get injured, time to give up sports. I'm a very hard mark. I said that, okay, touch wood, again, only once in his entire life he didn't play cricket. Is that due to COVID isolation? The rule was that you got to get isolated for 5 days. He had a COVID on Wednesday, so he couldn't be in the park on weekend. Otherwise, he played each and every game so far.
Talking about T20,
Yes.
if we don't touch IPL,
Yeah.
and when we touch IPL, we don't talk about Chennai Super Kings.
I mean, Chennai is super good. I mean, I might be biased, but I hail from Chennai, and I speak. I'm a very proud Tamilian, I say. And Dhoni has created a vibe in the Super King atmosphere, and he's been there since inception. And you know that they made many finals, and of course they won around 5, 6 championship. And yes, he is there, and I could see that he's going to transform into next level. I've monitored him since the day he started to play for India, and I can see that Dhoni had something unique and special, and I'm sure he's going to become a very good administrator. Post cricketing career, he will become a very good administrator. Okay, I'll say that thanks to Indian cricket, he set a lot of principles in, and he transformed the Indian cricket to a different level. Okay, we got to thank him, and others followed it up. Okay, he's a revolution captain, and he did a lot of so many previous captains was not able to think about it. Okay, and now Chennai is so lucky to have him, and I'm sure that I hope he plays more games, and if not, definitely he will be a very good asset in an IPL circuit to build the IPL to next level.
Talking about Chennai Super Kings, let's talk about Chennai Super Kings Academy.
Okay.
And that too being brought to Australia.
Yep.
Your role in it.
I was told initially, I was really lucky. I've been blessed, and maybe I'm ticking all the boxes. I say that my education background and my stint in working for a great club here a few years, and I'm heavily involved in coaching my own son. So people could see that passion, the cricket passion on me. And as they think that I play top level sports or cricket, I always say no, I never played top level sports in cricket. I'll honor to it, but I'm not good at it. But I had that hunger. Okay, I had hunger. I wish I was 50 years younger to go back and do it all again. It's not possible. And I also tell these young boys and girls, age is something you cannot get it back. Okay, everything else you can get it back. You lost money, you can earn money, but you lose your age, you won't get it back. Okay, so you got to tick all the boxes at the right time. Okay, and again, I say, every child born in this earth, boys and girls nowadays, girls cricket is
absolutely
promoted. They dream about playing for the state, and they dream about playing for the country. Okay, and the time will tell whether you're a state player or country player. Now they have another option; they can dream about playing league cricket. Okay, I would say league cricket in the sense. Now this IPL league popular in Pakistan, Bangladesh, and India. Already IPL is a trendsetter, and look at Lankan Premier League and Caribbean Premier League, and South Africa League is also good, and UK League is also good, and money is there. It's franchise, and so now they dream about playing the league cricket. Okay, so the money is there. If you can get a contract, contract with big money. Okay, so the professional approach is there. Okay, so what I'm telling young boys and girls, try. You have that high achievement, and I said before also, it's a very cruel game. It's a pyramid structure. Okay, we can always say that simple terms. You might have maybe 20,000 players coming at the junior base. Only 22 can look for a state contract, and then from there, all the states come in, and you got contract for your nation. Okay, so you will get missed out of it. Not in the sense you're not a good cricketer, because the team composition is there, and I always say some good cricketers are there, and you got to wait for them to retire. Then so they might play for 15 years, then you might miss out of that. Okay?
Miss out of that.
At least those people get an opportunity to go and play the league cricket now. Okay, so they're going to excel that. So that opportunity, and I would like to see that expanding, and more cricket comes. And I still feel that where next might be T10. Okay, T10 is hinging closer to the baseball, and now cricket is getting momentum in US, and very soon there will be a big tough competition between baseball and cricket. Okay, so the baseball is a big game in US, and the T10 will revolutionize that, and so I can't wait to see the direction. I hope I'll live longer to watch all those things. And that's something
you will.
Beyond anyone's imagination. So,
talking about the Chennai Super Kings Academy here in Australia, the programs that you're planning to offer, and what would be your core focus?
Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of boys and girls out in down under. They watched the IPLs in television, and of course, there are a few teams are there. They have loyalty, each one follow, and I always here to advocate as an ambassador. Okay, please follow Super King, and they're one of the good teams, and I call them they're the powerhouse of IPL. Okay, so they are on the top.
Don't forget Punjab Kings 11. That's where I come from.
That's true. They are so good. So time will tell. I mean, I say the number of championship they won. That's going to carry forward. And the administrators are working tirelessly behind the scene, and you can see that they're the first IPL team to have many academies. Okay, in India itself they got 5, 6, and then now Dallas is opened up, and Manchester there's one, and now Sydney is open. And I'm sure other venues also will be coming very soon. So I'm trying to give those young boys and girls an opportunity to get into the IPL circuit. Okay, so that's what the academy is all about. We look at the skills and export the skills to go and play some games in Chennai. And everyone's keeping an eye on these boys and girls, and obviously some more coaches and selectors are watching. And you got to go and sell yourself. That's why I tell my young boy, okay, you got to go out there, play as much cricket, and show people that you're there, you field, catch, and bat and bowl, and people are looking at you. So you're selling yourself, and you got to promote yourself also. And that opportunity, the young boys and girls are going to get it. So coming back to your program, we run a whole 10 months program. Once a week they come to the academy, and we have full-fledged curriculum and ins and out in that. So coaches have been trained, and they follow, and then they look at all the details and put those figures into it, and work with the boys and girls and provide that the pathway and the skill sets to achieve. to play. I mean, you got to realize that the T20 is totally different ball game. It's not like Test cricket. It's not ODI. Okay, so sometimes certain techniques won't work at T20. That's why I say you're a Test match player. That's it. Take calm, quietly. Keep a strike rate of 40 to 50 strike rate is that Test match. The ODI strike rate is fairly higher now. Before you get 60, now they're pushing for 70, 80. And obviously T20, 120, 140 at power is there. And that's why they pay big dollar. If you can have 180, 200 strike rate, and every team wants you. Yeah. And that's why you got to go and perform that. The bowlers are smarter too, So can you have 200 strike rate? It's not possible, So that's what time will tell whether you're having that or not. So we'll run that program. So show them all the skills, how to look at it, angle, what sort of shot you play, and you got to make those decisions fraction of a second. You don't have time to think it over. Okay, so the academy will focus on that and work on that, and then we will run holiday clinics.
Okay.
Holiday clinics where we try to bring some coaches from Super King roster and then come and spend some time with boys and girls. And then we'll run winter programs. So, this part of the world, cricket is not played much in winter time. So we'll run a winter program. The boys and girls who don't play winter sports, so we'll run on weekends, a 10 weeks or 12 weeks program during winter. Programs we're trying to bring into to Sydney, plus a tour. We will make 2 tours to Chennai, where they play with all the academy boys and girls there.
Okay.
And they all come there. So that gets them the opportunity to play in the subcontinent wicket, and it's not easy.
That would be a good transformation, having an experience of playing
Definitely.
on the ground
Definitely.
in Chennai
Definitely.
and other parts of the
Definitely.
country as well.
Definitely, that's a process goes through. I mean, we don't know at this stage what sort of registration we're going to get it, and obviously we can only take a few members in the squad. So we might say 15 to 20. We might take 2 teams or 3 teams or 4 teams. That time will tell how many teams you're going to take it. And then they have to qualify for that. And again, I come back into education. I always said that, and I fought for it, saying that education should be affordable for anyone. Okay, you don't say that you don't have money, you can't study. That's a very cruel way to do that. And same way, sports also should be affordable. Okay, someone wants to start, cricket tomorrow, they want to hold the bat. We don't want to say no to them too. We say, please come, we will teach you. Okay. So you never say that, you don't know how to hold the bat, please don't come here, go somewhere else. So that's what the academy should be. Academy should be cater for beginner to the advanced level. How we manage, that's what it comes into to our administration style. Because you got to compare the same skill level. So you don't want to put beginner and higher level in one. It's not going to be a good balance. So those are the back-end operation goes through, how to pair the like-minded people to improve their skills that's why my education background comes in. So we'll work with those boys and girls tirelessly to say where they're going wrong, what sort of improvement needed, and then tick all the boxes, and then you can see the progress. Okay, and on the other side, you can only do that, and then the boys and girls have to go and perform that too, and show that they want to have a career in cricket. Okay, if they've done that, I could see a better future there. So the academy will provide, and I'm there to assist those parents and the players to get to the next level. So that's why I'm going to impart all my experience so far which I gained, and it's like in a box, and then come there. I'm there to work with you and take you to next level. So
A question that has come to my mind is, we're talking about taking the players from Australia to India.
That's right.
Would it be possible at all to get some of the Indian young fellows who are playing in India or being taught there in India, who want to come to Australia and do the practice just to see the difference of the weather, the ground, the pitches?
Yeah, it is possible. It's happening. A lot of players come and play great cricket here.
That's right.
So that's happening. Yes, we will explore that too. But logistically, I've seen that coming from there to here is a bit difficult. From here to there is easy. I'll tell you the reason. The reason is that financials. Okay. So if you want to bring a boy and a girl from there, you got to keep them for the season, maybe 5 months or 6 months, and where you're going to house them, their living expenses. So that's what we got to look at.
But the options are there.
Options always there.
Options are
always
there.
there. But then the funds, you look at it, and some will have, they can self-sponsor, some can't. Okay, so you don't want to say that, oh, you can't self-sponsor, please, we don't want you. So these are the principles decision you got to make it. So the academy is doing very well. Then we will try to allocate some funds and say, okay, let's bring some boys and girls to come and play and get used to this climate, And Australian pitches are fantastic. You got nice bouncy pitches, and they have to get used to it. That's why when they go travel overseas, and they'll be able to perform. So you see that a lot of players are doing well because they got trained. They train in overseas. So you got to go out there and do that, So that is there. Definitely that's there.
What a wonderful initiative that you have taken to bring
Thank you.
CSK, the Chennai Super Kings Academy, to Australia. But locations? What locations are we looking at?
I mean, at the moment, we signed an agreement with Cricket Central at
That's in Silverwater. Yeah.
And they're kind enough to give us the resources, and obviously they have plenty of nets there, and we hired few nets, and of course there's provision for us to hire more if needed. Okay. Parking facilities are there. I say it's
centrally located.
Centrally located, and of course we could look at Sydney is spanning out of 80 kilometers from CBD, and it's hard to park it anywhere. So you said it right; it's central. But and I've always said that there are passionate parents are there. I mean, you're looking at under 10s to under 16, and they can't drive, so parents have to sacrifice and do that. And I've seen in my cricketing stage, looking after clubs, there are a lot of passionate parents, fathers and mothers. They share it and they take the kids for to provide that sports environment. And that's where we are very lucky. And they will travel. There's a lot of parking is there, so it's once a week. So we'll run different programs like, we are trying to avoid our Tuesdays and Thursdays. Most of the professional cricket training, upper grade cricket or junior cricket, they play rep crickets and all those things. So we're trying to run Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. We'll try to avoid Fridays because Saturday, Sunday they might be playing games. So those are the process going on at the moment, but definitely we'll do Mondays and Wednesdays out there.
I would be looking forward to have you back in studio to give us more updates as and when it comes. Talking about the passionate parents, I give you an example. Harjas Singh, who played for under-19 Australia.
That's right.
Them living in the Liverpool side,
Yes.
they used to come for the training to Hornsby, look at the long drive
That's right.
they were doing on a regular
That's
basis.
Yes, I mean, that's a passion. And not only that, I'll give you an example. I've seen parents coming from Canberra to Sydney.
Okay.
Canberra to Sydney. Okay. The coaches are good, program is good, parents don't mind traveling. Okay, that's what I've seen. Okay, so that's why you got to give good program. And then the parents are also very smart. I mean, they'll study you in 2 lessons. Okay, I mean, of course, we are charging a fee for service here, and they won't say their travel 1 hour or 3 hours travel is worthwhile, and they sit and observe. So we are talking to very smart parents, including. I send my son to good coaches, and I want good coaches to coach him, so they're going to get good at it. And you don't want to invest in something which you think that it's not good. So that's what, so you got to do it everything. The parents have to like the program you play, and players have to enjoy. And I always say child has to be child, and they have to learn and enjoy too. And you give that holistic approach there. And you don't want to be a regimental but also, there should be some flexibility and, pull them in. And they have to they got to wake up and say next week, yes, I want to go for this training, I enjoy it. So that's what we're trying to do that in our activities that, yes, you got to be fair element of seriousness, and but you need to have fun too, okay? Then you all gel together, and then they get up, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 is a good age, and they're learning all the skills, and they become serious in 15, 16, 17. And I also openly said that in a lot of conversation that I've not done any research on that. I would like to do that. Very high percentage of players, boys and girls, give up cricket after 15, 16, 17. Okay, it is there. Okay, so that's what the base is thick and it gets narrowed down. What I found out is that they start to compare. Okay, they start to compare with their friends, says that I'm not better than my friend, or my friend is better than me. So I always tell these young boys, and don't compare anyone. You be in your own zone, and you keep ticking, and I give those variables to you. As far as you tick, you're ticking right way. Don't do comparison with others. When you start doing comparison with others, that's what you give up. Okay, then go back on weekend, see how many runs you scored, and I have variables to tick all. Even for example, net session, okay, and I call boys and girls and say, okay, come here, what did you achieve out of this net session? Tell me, give me 5 points. Okay, so they're thinking, how many times you got out, you're bowling, how many times you think you got a wicket. Like you can say bowl means clear, some nicked it, oh, I got 3 nick, and I think that 2 catches possible. Of course, you see what the field is taking those catches at all. At least you know, okay, so that's what I want them to know, okay. So yes, you batted for, how many minutes and how many times you got out, you think, be honest, and we are training that so that you don't do the same mistake in the middle. And and I watch and I ask them whether they've been very honest with me. Okay, and I've seen that the players being honest, they've become a good cricketer because they know the mistakes. Okay, they're learning. Okay, you can make mistakes in the nets, but you can't make mistakes in the middle of the cricket. So that's what the net practice is all about. You learning, and you accept your mistake. And I say, hey, you see to that you don't do that same mistake again. And they see this guy is watching. If I do that, he's going to give it to me, and they come good at it. Okay. Same thing. I pull the bowler out and say, okay, how was your bowling? How many overs you would think you would have bowled? I expect them to count. Okay. And then tell me how many wickets you would have got in that spell. Okay. You can say, I don't think I got any wickets. Okay, that's fine. Let's look at next game and try to learn and come back and tell me. I think I got, 2 wickets or 1 or 3. Then we have achieved what we want.
What a wonderful conversation I have had with Anand Krupia after a long while. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, knowing him for over 25 years, the passion that I saw back in those days, 1999, 2000, and today, it is exactly the same. Rather, I could see more fire in him for training. My name is Navneet Anand, signing out for Voice aajKal, our medium, your message. Chennai Super Kings Academy, Anand Krupia.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Navneet. Thanks for having me.
Fiji Times. Be with the times.